Yahusha HaMashiach. Yahusha HaMashiach. You will never be given a European name. Your European brothers and sisters are a spin-off of your coloration of discoloration as a curse. But that's another conversation. You will respect them as you respect yourself, and you will respect yourself more because you practice self-love, because you understand you are an extension of the Most High who loved you and created you. But you are not greater than your teacher, and your teacher is Yahusha HaMashiach, who came down to teach you and was received by your great-grandfather Abraham, who walked away from everything, including his wife and his child, to worship the Most High, and was blessed for it. Hallelujah. Praise Yah for another day and for another lunar Shabbat. The lunar Shabbat stays on the tactics of the sun and the moon, which are the original time clock since the beginning of time, the first two rulers the Most High ever created on earth, the first two rulers of light, the first two rulers ever on the earth. They are your time clock, not man. They are your time clock, the sun and the moon, not a calendar. The sun and the moon are your time clock, not a Saturday or Friday or a solar calendar created by the Greeks and the Romans to control man, so that you would never know the true origin of the Shabbat. But the Most High knows what He creates, and He wants to see who's going to follow and who is not. So every Saturday Shabbat, and please do not be displeased or disheartened. It's not every Saturday. It will never be every Saturday. It never has been, and it never will be. But all due respect to those that keep the Shabbat in regards to it being a Shabbat as a Kodesh day all of their lives. Anyway, you are never to align with the heathens of this world. You are not in the world. You are outside of it. You are Kodesh. You are sent to the world as a totem of payment for the sins of you and your forefathers in your past lives. And now your servitude is completed. You are to come out and ascend. And the only way to ascend is with truth and water, gratitude, humbleness, meekness, heightened awareness, peeling off the layers of your shadow side, letting go and flowing like water and like air. Your first true creators on this earth, before the sun and the moon, were the Ruach and the air and the wind and the seasons. All of these things were created before the thought of you. You came the sixth day, and the very later part of it. And at most, woman came later of that sixth day. For 1,000 years, rest in our Abiyah, our Father's eyes. It's just a day to us. A day to Him is 1,000 years, and a day is just the first 12 hours of a day. Then you have the 12 hours of a night. So it's 2,000 years. Light years. Science will put this in a preference of misunderstandings and calculations of mathematics that never add up. Quantum physics will never be able to decipher spirituality and the relationship thereto. However, they get an A+ for their attempt to do so. Hallelujah. It is Satan's way of trying to calculate the hour that is mysteriously unknown forever, unless Yahweh Lehaken Yahusha HaMashiach wants it to be known. Speaking of which, Yahusha is our ancestor, our beloved ancestor, and we BARÁK, our beloved ancestors. Not only Yahusha, but my ancestors personally, from Egypt, Mitzrayim, as I carry Egyptian blood, and Yerushalayim, Hebrew blood, both aligned in my capsules of eternity. Hallelujah. I I barak them. Hallelujah. I barak the beloved ancestors and masters in my own bloodline and all those that worship the Most High Yahweh Leheka. As we pay no mind to low vibrations and those that play with witchery and voodoo dolls and magic spells, they will all be deactivated like robots hitting a switch on and off. They'll all be turned off and perish right before your eyes. Psalm 91, Psalm 92, Psalm 23, Psalm 112, Psalm 1, Psalm 7, Psalm 121, Psalm 150. Play the instruments, you musicians, loud. Clash the cymbals and praise Yah. Sing a new song unto him forever. There's BARÁK King Dawid. Hallelujah. One of the best kings. One of the more human kings. He's chosen to be a good example for us to always remember and always dedicate as part of his seed to carry on and worship Abba Yah. It is your choice to hear these words. Or perhaps our Abba Yah has already chosen for you to be deaf and blind. If so, pray. As I've mentioned, the 144,000 are already sealed. This is a very serious time and perfect time to be alive. Those of you who've chosen to walk with the dead, why be my guest? They are all going to the lake of fire, the furnace of fire that surrounds the entire earth. A belliment under the earth as well, under the waters. Did you know the earth is flat? And there's water above it and below it. And below that, below those waters, below the earth, is the furnace of fire. And above the earth is the Shamayim, which our later-day pagans call heaven. No disrespect to them. Another thing I heard interestingly today. Was the conversation about men and women and transgenders. Know that men are man. The original man will be here from the beginning to the end. The original woman will be here from the beginning to the end. And the extension of both together in one body. I have no timeline for them, but I do know they are an extension of Satan. Because Satan is the only spirit that is combined of man and woman, physically seen walking the earth. Not to say that all transgenders are bad, and not to say that they're all good. But you do need to understand a transgender needs to be identified as a transgender and not embodied as a woman like me, or as a man like your grandfather Adam, the husband of your grandmother Eve, whose real name is Kua, C-H-U-A-H. There is a difference. So do not try to mesh or blend them in to one, for then you will be living an illusion. Stay woke. Illusions are all around you. How will you be able to decipher between one false reality and the real one? Again, you're listening to Primordial Goddess here. Like, share, and subscribe this video. Also, check out my girl, my beautiful, beautiful, angelic, multi-talented, just goddess, beautiful woman, Kimberly Thompson at Ktmusicproductions LLC on her YouTube page. And check her music out, Kimberly Thompson Music, on Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, and Amazon Music. She's everywhere. And pick up some of her clothes at the KIM Keep It Moving Apparel store. Yes, she's a fabulous fashion designer. She's very talented. We're very lucky to have her here. Hallelujah. Heaven on earth she is. You can check her stuff out, you guys, at IamKimberlyThompson.com. Go to her store, check out her music there. You can also buy some of her clothes there, and I would encourage you to do so. She's fought many battles, visibly and invisibly, for everyone, for mankind. You could almost say She's the offspring extension of one of our greatest teachers, YAHUSHA HaMashiach, who actually died for his people. She would be his rib, who fought many spiritual wars for his people. Hallelujah to that. That is deep. Hallelujah. I'm very lucky to have her here. Kimberly Thompson. See if we can get her in for an interview one time, huh? You're listening to Primordial Goddess. Thank you so much, you all. Shabbat Shalom for listening. Your presence is welcomed here. We send this energy, good positive energy, out to all the 144,000 out there on the earth, surviving and moving forward and ascending and healing themselves. We pay no attention whatsoever or energy to anybody that's less than this high energy voltage here, because this high energy deserves all the light and all the attention and all the unconditional love. We have no time for anybody or anything that is less.